If you're looking for a small tablet for playing YouTube videos, reading ebooks, playing Netflix, and that's pretty much it, you might not want to spend a couple of $100s to get an iPad. You might be looking at this one instead because this one is 1/4 of the iPad mini price at only $90. It is cheap, but does it mean that it's worth it? Or is there other options? Let's find out. This is the 2020 Amazon Fire HD 8 tablet that everyone talks about, mainly because of its price. Let's get started. I'm not going to talk about the ports or specs that you can read off of the Amazon website. Instead, I'm just going to talk about our experience using the Fire HD 8. When I first opened the packaging and saw the Fire HD 8, the build quality was really not that impressive. The back of the device is made out of plastic, that it's pretty low quality, and for some reason, it is like a fingerprint magnet, even with the matte finish. It gets smudgy like very quickly. Then there is the front glass that doesn't even feel like glass for some reason, because when you are trying to glide over the surface of the glass with your fingers, it is not smooth at all. Sometimes you will even get stuck. Trust me, it affects the touch display experience more than I thought. But you might be able to fix that with a tempered glass protector. The overall build quality just feels like the tablet is from 2010, because I still remember my first Android tablet and it feels just like the Fire HD 8. I know that is to achieve the low price tag, but still, it feels like a toy. You might want to get this for your kids, but there are still reasons why you might want to think about it again. The display is very low resolution, even for an 8-inch tablet. At 189 pixels per inch, it is almost half of the pixels compared to my 3-year-old iPad mini 2 at 326 ppi. It will not be that enjoyable consuming contents on the Fire HD 8, and the iPad mini 2 was released in 2013. I'm comparing the Fire HD 8 with the mini 2 because I'm still using the mini 2 every day and it is still running strong. Also, I have another reason to do that, and I'll tell you later in this video. With a much lower pixel per inch on the Fire HD 8, you can actually see the pixels without getting too close to the screen. Here's a side-by-side comparison with the iPad mini 2. Also, this is not a bright display at all, so don't expect to use it outdoor like your Kindle. Just don't. With almost the same body and screen size, the Fire HD 8 has an equal bezel thickness on all sides, and the iPad mini has a thicker chin and forehead, but very thin side bezels. I don't know if it's just me, but it makes me feel like the iPad mini has a bigger display and a more modern look. I'll let you decide. Speakers on the Fire HD 8 are pretty loud and they don't really get distorted when you turn it up to the max, which is nice. They are at the top of the screen if you hold on to the tablet sideways, but they don't really give you any stereo audio that I think they're trying to achieve. Front and back cameras are the same situation here. They look like they're from 2010. Barely good enough for Zoom calls, I guess. But you won't be able to use it to take any pictures at all almost. The cameras on the iPad mini 2 are not good as well, but a lot better than the ones on the Fire HD 8. Another thing that kind of ruined the user experience is the speed. On the Amazon page, they promote that it is 30% faster than the previous generation, which sounds pretty attractive, but if the previous generation is super slow, 30% faster than super slow might not bring you to fast. When I was using the Fire HD 8, you have to wait for at least a couple of seconds before an app launches, a website is loaded, and sometimes it will just stutter when you are scrolling down a web page. The last thing that is kind of a deal breaker to me is Fire OS. That is Amazon's version of Android on Fire HD 8. It is like Android with Amazon advertisements to the max. Even if you're using every Amazon services, you might still get overwhelmed. You cannot delete any pre-installed apps at all, and they are all related to Amazon services. You cannot really customize the pages as well because Fire OS dedicate all the pages to Amazon services. And I thought customization is the biggest selling point of Android OS. Well, I guess Amazon customized it for you already? Talking about Android OS, you don't get Google Play Store and Google services. You get Amazon App Store. The number of apps there is just very small. That reminds me of the Windows phones. The top downloaded apps are pretty much the only apps you will know, and there are maybe 10 of them. Even the YouTube app is a website version. Like, why? They also don't have Gmail, but they have Outlook for some reason. They probably talked to Zoom to have it on the Amazon App Store as a selling point on this tablet, and you get Skype as well. I'm not going to talk about going through the process of installing Google Play Store because I want to focus on just the out-of-box experience. Trust me, the number of apps on the Amazon App Store is just way too small. You can't even download any other web browsers, and you are forced to use the Silk browser that is very janky and not silky smooth at all. Up until this point, you can kind of see where I'm going. I was very excited to check out this tablet when I saw everyone talks about it, but I just cannot recommend it even if you're trying to buy it because of its price for, let's say, kids or seniors. The display, it's probably not good for their eyes. With the very limited apps available, it is very hard for the Fire HD 8 to be future-proof. It will probably be similar to what happened to Windows phones. Even if you're an all-in Amazon services user, let's say you have Amazon Prime, you get Amazon Music and Prime Video with the membership. As I said before, the content consumption experience is very limited with the hardware. If you are a Kindle book reader, you will not get the great display compared to your Kindle. Even the Amazon app, the Amazon shopping app, cannot display item pictures or font size properly. Like, come on, that's your main app. It is more enjoyable using the Amazon app on my iPad mini 2. I really don't know how to back the Fire HD 8 up here. Okay, the reason why I brought my iPad mini 2 for comparison is because you can spend just a little bit more, let's say about $100 to get a used iPad mini 2, and you will have a way better user experience compared to the Fire HD 8. It is not going to be fast, you will have to wait for some apps to launch, but when you're in the app, the experience will be smooth, and the display is a lot better. Just like the build quality of the Mini 2 compared to the Fire HD 8. The iPad Mini 2 can only run up to iOS 12, but that's good enough for almost all the apps on the App Store right now, and there's a lot more apps compared to the Amazon App Store. That's it. Those are my thoughts on the 2020 Amazon Fire HD 8 tablet. I don't dislike this product, but I do think you can spend similar amount of money to get a better experience somewhere else. But if you really can only afford the Fire HD 8, it will still do some simple tasks for you. Hopefully this video will help you decide. If you like this video, click the like button to help this channel grow. YouTube seems to like that a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.